Okay, here are the notes for logarithmic equations. So logarithms and exponents are opposite operations. So the output value of a logarithm is the power needed. So when you're talking about log of something, the answer, the number on the right-hand side, is the exponent used on the base to get the argument. So log base 4 of 16 is 2 because the power I need to put on a 4 to get 16 is 2. So 4 squared is 16. So similarly, if you think about this, so log base 3 of 27, this would be 3 because 3 cubed is 27. What power goes on the base to get the number? And we're going to use this property to rearrange this. So log base a of b equals c can be rewritten as a to the c equals b. So before we can solve any logarithmic equations, we have to condense our terms. So this is what we worked on previously. So any coefficients become exponents. Use the product of the quotient rule to get things combined. So for this one, log base 6 of 9x minus log base 6 of 4 equals 2. There's no coefficients, so we can go straight to product or quotient rule. So for our purposes, since it's division, it's going to be a quotient rule. So log base 6 of 9x over 4 is equal to 2. So now we're going to convert to exponential form. So a to the c, so 6 squared equals b, 9x over 4. So the number here is my base. That becomes my exponent, and the argument moves out. So I can work out what 6 squared is. That's 36. So 36 equals 9x over 4. So to solve, I would multiply both sides by 4. So that's going to give us 144 equals 9x. And then divide both sides by 9, which would give us, I think it's 24, but no, 16. So x would be 16. Okay, so here, number 2 here, we do have a coefficient, so we need to move that up. So this would be log base 2 of 8x minus log base 2 of, I'm going to do the math in my head, 64. So that 64 is the 4 cubed. So quotient rule again. So log base 2 of 8x over 64 equals 3. Base and exponent, so 2 cubed is equal to 8x over 64. So I can work out what 2 cubed is. 2 cubed is 8. So what I would have to do is multiply both sides by 64 and then divide both sides by 8. So if I do those 2 steps, we get just 64. It doesn't really matter what 8 times 64 is because I'm going to turn around and immediately divide it by 8. So 8 times 64 divided by 8 just cancels the 8, which gives me 64. Okay, number 3. So once again, we have a coefficient. So log base 4 of 2x plus log base 4 of 7 cubed equals 3. 7 cubed is 49 times 7, so that's 63, carry the 6, 343 is 7 cubed. So that's log base 4 of 2x times 343 equals 3. So log base 4 of 686x equals 3. So do our rewriting, 4 cubed, 686x. 4 cubed is 64. Oops, 686x. And then divide both sides by the 686, which that one I can't do in my head. So let me grab a calculator. Okay, so 686, oops, no, 64 over 686. Reduces to 32 over 343, or if you want the decimal, which I should not use, 0.093. But don't use that guy. Fractions are better. All right, last one. So a coefficient has to become our exponent. So log base 2 of 2x plus log base 2, so this will move in my head, 4 squared would be 64. So product rule means I have to multiply. So 2x times 16 equals 4. So that's log base 2 of 32x equals 4. So rewrite it 2 to the 4th. 2 to the 4th equals 32x. 2 to the 4th is 16. So 16 equals 32x. Divides both sides by 32, so x is 1/2. And that brings it to the end of the section.